Yeah, guess who's back? It's your boy. Hey man, I need some Hennessy to do this. Yeah, here we go. That's right. You ready? Yo, it's your boy, Dr. Transit, coming to you like a breaking news of UK Brexit. I carry all the planets for TSA, who scans it? I got all the knowledge of planets to follow me, just like the Kardashians being followed by TMZ. All the great sages all day holla at me, asking me to spread the word like a branches of giant tree. With every serve on my channel, my ego gets bigger. I'm the old school astrologer with modern day swagger. Drinking Hennessy and seeing charts all day, I feel like Tupac Chopra. My astrology is as famous as Oprah. You hear? Yeah, boy! It's your boy, Dr. Transit, back in the hub, man. Holla at all the baby mamas, holla at all the players, all the pimps, all the sugar daddies. Woo! We are back in the hood. You better make some lime juice and some fried chicken, man. And have some OJ ready, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's do this. So as you know, we're in December. Whoo, crazy, crazy month. Since November 8th, it has been very crazy. Not because of the elections. That it came and go. It's just part of the craziness. That's why the elections happened the way it did. And this is the ascension process that really again started, heated up in November. And it's going to keep going on till like February of next year. And it's going to hit us towards the middle of in 2017. So get ready, man. So when we're looking at transit, as you know, we're always going to pay attention to our ascendant and our moon sign. Seeing planets from the ascendant, which shows the unfolding of the karma. Seeing planets from the moon, which shows the unfolding of the prarabdha karma. That's how astrology is studied. Prarabdha karma is the karma that it has to come, that has to be given to you for you to pay, for you to reap, for you to sow. So from ascendant, we see the unfolding of our basic karmas, like what is to happen as a situation that we want it to happen. From the moon, when planets transit, it shows exactly what is to happen that you can't even avoid. That's the prarabdha karma. So it's important. And as always, if you do not know what's your ascendant, what's your moon sign, what's your moon chart, you know, all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations and reading at this link. So, as you know, by December 10th, December 11th or 12th, Mars is going to move from its exaltation point of Capricorn that I covered the last month's horoscope. And it's going to be moving into the sign of Aquarius with Ketu. Oh, so get ready. See, you have to understand, Aquarius is, first of all, is a sign of collectiveness. It's a sign of social welfare, social reform, achievements, recognition of words. It's where societies come together to do something. But do something good, do something through peace. Okay? And Aquarius is known to be a very eccentric sign, very unique sign, because it's a sign that is co-ruled by Rahu. Rahu that loves to go against the social norms of society. So you've got Ketu sitting here already, and Mars is coming in. You have to understand the innate nature of Mars, which is to take orders. Mars is a fighter, a soldier. Mars wants to take orders, like a hitman. Okay, so the king will give order. I want you to conquer this land. Okay, done. I want you to go and conquer this village and this land and kill all the people, otherwise don't come back. Yes, sir. Mars takes order. So now Mars comes into the kingdom of Aquarius. So then Aquarius is going to give Mars the order. I want you to bring all the people together, and I want you to do something better for society. And Mars is like, do something better for society? What you talking about, Willie? Like Mars is ready to control, ready to dominate, ready to kill. Aquarius is not that. So whenever, especially when I've seen whenever especially Mars and Rahu come in Aquarius, they become very eccentric, a little bit confused. Because Mars is now being asked to bring things together as a collective. And Mars is now has a partnership with Ketu to do this task. Ketu is a headless planet. Ketu is like just as brash, irrational, impulsive as Mars, because this is why Ketu, the south node of the moon, is known as the shadow of Mars. And imagine if the energy that does not have the head, does not have the ability to think. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should do this. But Ketu is just like, whatever. So if a king gave the order to Ketu, I want you to explode a mine in this place. Ketu is like, fine. And Ketu will go to a place, not the exact place, just the place that he feels that he should explode. He'll just sit on the mine and boom, everything is exploding. He doesn't care. So now you're having these two bring societies together. It's like imagining the scenario of Donald Trump becoming president with Mike Pence as his vice president. Wow. I mean, imagine that scenario. Oh, wait. I do have to imagine that scenario. Well, that's enough for today then. See you in 4 years or 8 years maybe. But individually, this can be a very, very powerful time period for you to go against the social norms of society, to take action, to do collective work, which will be very unique, very transformative. But you also have to understand is that right now you have Ketu, Mars in Aquarius with Rahu in Leo, Saturn in Scorpio. All the malefic planets are square to each other. What does that mean? What does that show? Well, whenever planets are square from each other, they're opposition. They're opposite to each other. They're causing opposition. They're not causing support because support is trinal. 159 is the trinal. Whenever planets are trinal from each other, they always tend to support, like the 3 legs of the tripod. So a tripod can stand. Right now, with being square, they're challenging each other. Now, this can be taken as a negative. This can be taken as a positive. Positive is that people with this square, especially happening in their ascendant or moon sign, in the square, meaning Kendra, 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th house, they'll be very much towards dominating, taking control of their career, their house, their business, themselves. They will not stop at anything to achieve their goals. On the negative side, it can create many power struggle disputes at work, with family, with spouse, or confusion within the self. But you have to understand one thing is that Saturn is now exiting Scorpio to his next class of Sagittarius. Because remember, Saturn is a teacher. Saturn also has the Stambhana Shakti. Stambhana power, meaning power to hold things where they are, to stop things. So imagine right now wise men for past 2.5 years giving lessons. Deep, esoteric, occultic lessons, transformative lessons. Now the class is coming to an end. And what happens? He's starting to gather his things. He's starting to pick up his phone, his glasses, his bag. And he's like, well, guys, I have to go to my next class. I'll see you all later. Hopefully you guys understood something. Okay? Bye-bye. So now he's in this motion. He's getting ready to leave. So whenever Saturn is here, his lessons are pretty much done. This is why they say, you gotta look at this. As above, so below. Because planets act a certain way up there, we act just like them. So remember in school, whenever the 3 or 255 would hit, and 3 o'clock is coming, and you know it's time to go home, and you're looking at the bell, you're starting to put your books together, the teacher's still giving lectures, and you're just have your bag on and everything, and you're just like ready to go. All right, ring the bell, and I'm ready to do my marathon running. Hey, shit, I used to be the one just ready at like half an hour before to go home. We act that way because they act that way. Remember that. So now that Saturn is all done, mostly the square opposition that he's doing with Ketu, Mars, and Rahu, he's like, I'm just giving the last note of the lecture, but you guys figure it out. Saturn is ready to go. So his lessons are pretty much done. His karmic effect of Scorpio, it's pretty much done. He's ready to go to the next class, which is going to start on January 18th in the sign of Sagittarius. And then you have Mars or Mercury and Jupiter, or Mercury and Sun, sorry, in the sign of Sagittarius. Now your soul, your ego, your self-esteem, your intelligence, your speech is going to have and experience broader perspective of the world, broader perspective of life, how to look at things in a more philosophical way, in a much more openness way. So you would notice this every year. What happens every year during this time? Christmas season, holiday season, right? So what happens during this time? Everything is lit up. All the malls are beautifully decorated. People are happy, wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. And most of all, people are nice to each other. Even the guy who loves NASCAR, drinking beer, holding his American flag, will probably wave to me, say, hello, Indian boy. I like you today, and I like you for the rest of the season. Until next year, then I'll hate your ass. Everybody's nice. Everybody is being nice to each other. People who are not religious, people who do not follow Christianity, wish each other happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah. So every year, why things happen this way? Why are we nice? Why do we have a much more broader perspective? Oh, war, hatred, vitriol, bigotry, racism? Come on, look at this mall, look at this Christmas tree. Beautifully decorated, makes me want to buy a bad sweater for myself. Because as above, so below. They're acting up there like that, we are acting down here like that. As soon as sun goes into Capricorn, oh, Christmas is over. Oh my God, I got to worry about my career. I got to worry about my job. Oh my God, I have to go back to work. Oh my God, I hope that they don't get laid off because the marketing season is low. Blah, blah, blah. You get worried about your status, your career. You see, what's happening above is happening below. And also you got to understand Venus is in Capricorn right now. And what happens is, as you know, Venus is our relationships. Venus is our devotions. Venus is our ability to love someone, whether it's a spouse, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, father. It's our love. But in Capricorn, Venus usually is not really considered the best. Astrologically speaking, not personally speaking. Personally, it could be the great for you. Astrologically speaking, what happens is Venus starts to weigh in things. Capricorn is a sign of professionalism, reputation, career, fame. You now either run into or you want a relationship with somebody who's very stable, who's wealthy, has a status, somebody who can enrich your status. This is a period where you want your spouse to kind of, raise the bar a little bit. Wanting to enhance your image in the public. So when you go to your office parties, you want your spouse to look more professional, be more professional. Be in a way where the appearance is very professional and you're enhanced with them. So what happens is, we look for somebody with a specific type of attributes. We're not simply looking for love anymore. Venus's love is turning into status. Like, I need love. I want love. I want to be in a relationship, but I want to be in a relationship with somebody who's going to give me a certain status, certain image. Or if you're looking for, let's say, somebody who's a housewife, you want to really be with somebody who's very introverted person, somebody who likes to just be around, family, and you're trying to date someone, you will run into Venusian energy, which is more to do with career. You're going to run into very career-oriented women, because Venus is women. Venus is spouse, wife. So you will run into a lot of women who are very professional. Even if, let's say, you're running into parties. Let's say you're going to a spiritual party. In that spiritual party, in that spiritual gathering, you will interact with women who are like natural entrepreneurs, professional people, women who are of a high status, high caliber image. So if you're looking to date someone who's more introverted, more feminine, more about, even being subservient. If somebody wants a subservient, you're not going to get that, because Venus is a woman with Venus is like, hey, I'm going to stand beside you, not behind you. Sure, you want to look for a subservient woman? Go look for him in some other month, not here. A woman is looking for a subservient man. I want a man that I can kind of control. I want a man that I can just mold into what I want. You're not going to get that. You're going to run into a professional man. A man who has status, a man who who's standing on their own feet. They don't really need you. They don't need to be subservient to you. So that, in an astrological way, it kind of shows a negative tamasic trend. In a real life, hey, if you run into a rich man or a rich woman who's professional, who's making the money just as good as you are, man, shoot, your bank balance will increase if you marry that person. So again, see, personal astrological is different. And then you have Rahu in Leo, obviously, which shows that everybody somehow is wanting to just express themselves creatively, dynamically, wanting to break through. See, Rahu in Leo is to break through. Break out of your shell. Kind of like the song from Katy Perry. Everyone say, kind of like, sounds like an orgasm. That's what you're feeling. So wherever this Rahu is in your horoscope from the ascendant or the moon, you're breaking free. You're wanting to be the commanding leader in that area. You want to be innovative, unique in your own perspective. So the axis of, and now Mars, as you know, looks at Rahu. So it's aggravating that Rahu more. Not aggravating, putting more energy into it, pumping more energy, pumping more power. That, oh, you want to do something more creative and dynamic, like Dr. Transit did just now? There's a chance. You see, as above, so below. What's happening? Mars is looking at Rahu, and suddenly I got the energy. Hey, man, I just got to do something with hip hop, something I'm bored. I got to do something unique. Bam! You see how it's working. Narayana, the God, is working every single moment. So once you understand this, you understand the entire game of the world, and you understand it ahead of time. So look at these things, where they're placed from your ascendant, where they're placed in your moon. I'm not going to spoon feed you guys, like doing every ascendant and every moon sign. That's spoon feeding. Start looking at yourself, because that's when planets will talk to you. When you see your Saturn and Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius in your 6th house, 5th house, 4th house, you observe them, you study them. Because my job is not here to just be other astrologers. I'm here to make all of you astrologers. So it's not about spoon feeding, it's about giving the lessons, and then you guys go out there, do the experiment, do the testing, and see how beautiful astrology is. Okay? So guys, this was my December horoscope. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your chart is, what your ascendant is, your moon sign, so you can study your planets, my books, reports, consultation, click here. Otherwise, we'll see you next year in January. Bye-bye.